Hello again, welcome to another video by climbingarborist.com. Lovely sunny day this morning, little snow on the ground, but it's actually quite nice and warm. So today we've got this Douglas Fir tree to take down that's behind me. The reason that we're taking it down is because it's very close to the building and they've had problems with the drain tile that runs around the perimeter of the building. So this is a video in my How Do I Take Down a Tree series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film trees that I take down, no matter how complex, how simple they are, and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So with this tree, it's very simple. It's close to the house. You know, it's got some long branches, it's got a decent sized trunk at the base that then tapers off quite quickly towards the top. We've got a nice front garden to work in. They've got hedging around the perimeter, and then if we go out here, we're going down the stairs. You can see we've got the hedging, got a lot of space on the boulevard here, and then we've got the tree there. So I've got one groundsman with me today, Joel, and because we've only got one groundsman, rather than rattling all the branches down as fast as I can do it and leaving a huge mess on the floor, what I thought we'd do is we're gonna speed line all the branches using the most simple form of speed line. So Joel will hold the speed line down near the chipper, and we'll just slide the branches down using slings. I think I have about 10 slings, so I'll do 10 branches. Joel will send back up the slings. Very simple form of speed line, nothing complex here, and that just means that for Joel there'll be no kind of dragging branches through the narrow gateway out onto the street. They'll all be landing by the chipper. For me, it's very straightforward. Just takes a couple more seconds to sling up the limbs. So the reason we're doing that is just for efficiency. There's two of us on the job. There's no point in me swamping Joel on the ground with branches and then coming down and to a big bonfire of branches on the floor. We may as well do it, slide them all to the back of the chipper. Saves Joel's energy, saves my energy, and then once I get down, we'll just have the stem to deal with and cut it up for firewood. So that's the reasoning behind the way we're going to do this job. Okay. Right, I think if you were to flick that rope round to the right of that little branch, it may drop in enough so I can reach it. And if you give it a flick, nice. So before we got off the ground, I fired a line into the top of the tree. So basically I've base anchored the speed line. Now the reason I did that is so that I didn't have to climb all the way up to the top of the tree before we started. We could start and get going straight from my initial ascent. So the speed line's base anchored, and now what I'm doing is I'm actually, if you look down here, I've actually come up and I'm creating a little corridor on these first lower branches to make getting the rope back to me easier. And once I've taken this one off, I think I'll be good, and I'll be good to go back down and take the lower branches off. It just means that we get a better angle of pull, and the lower branches can now clear the hedge at the bottom. Okay. Hang on. There's some slack. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay, so I'm near the top of the tree now. You can see if I look down, I've cleared off all of the front side and what I would call the sides, but I've left the back side down here over the roof. Now the reason I did that is because I didn't have enough of a good angle on the speed line, and we didn't have enough of a pull on it to get it over the hedge. So I stripped up all of the sides and the front because there we're going to clear the hedge easy. And now that all of those branches have been removed, it gives us the angle that we need to do those lower branches and make sure that they clear the fence and the hedge too. Okay, I'll pull in this one, yeah. Well, okay, so after I pieced down about half of the main trunk, I then came down and we dropped about a 25-foot section across the front lawn here, with a bit of padding down so it didn't dent the lawn too much. As you can see, that's the finished stump. While we were working, myself and Joel were having a bit of a conversation about the fact that doing the speed line not only is kind of more efficient and saves my energy, but mainly Joel's energy as the groundsman, but it actually keeps his spirits up because it's a more enjoyable job to be part of. He was saying, imagine if I was just rattling the branches down and just burying him in branches. It's so demoralizing and you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, whereas speedlining everything to the back of the chipper, it's an enjoyable job to be a part of. You're not using all this energy, so by the end of the day, Joel and I still had a lot of energy left. So I can't say if the job was any quicker than if I'd have just rattled everything down and we'd have had to drag it all out, but it was certainly more enjoyable than doing it that way. So was it quicker? Who knows? I feel it probably was a little quicker, because we still had energy like for clean up and everything, so we maintained that good level of energy throughout, whereas if we'd have been dragging branches we might start slowing down towards the end. But yeah, this is just one way to remove a tree. There's many ways to skin a cat, as they say, and this is one way to do this job. People might have done it completely differently, but you know, we completed the job on time, in the time that we were supposed to, and it was an enjoyable job to do, and luckily we've finished just before the snow started.